The world that we live in is filled with a lot of scary things. A good example is something like the ocean. Some people see it and they get a big smile on their face because they know they're going to have an absolutely amazing day jumping inside the water, swimming around. It's going to be amazing. But some other people see the ocean and they absolutely hate it because all they can do is think about how scary it really is. Like how most of the ocean isn't explored. Or they think about something terrible like drowning, which sounds like a absolutely horrible experience. But there are some people who are scared of extremely weird things. A good example is if you are a VTuber fan, the word boyfriend may be really terrifying to you. And you may hear someone say that word, especially if it's your favorite VTuber, they dare to ever say that word, you may not know what to do anymore. You may be filled with so much rage because you're just so scared of the VTuber's boyfriend. But there is one thing that brings everyone together during this whole holiday season, the Halloween time period, and that is candy, because that is one thing that a lot of people do during this time. They go to their nearest store, buy a bunch of candy, eat it all in one sitting, and then they sit down and wonder why their stomach hurt, then they regret their decision, and then they come up with a bunch of excuses to try to justify their decision. Like they go oh, it's okay because it's the holiday season, so it's fine that I decided to eat all this candy and now I'm gonna feel extremely sick. And it's also a time when a bunch of YouTubers and Twitch streamers make Halloween tier lists because it's just easy content and it's just guaranteed to get a lot of views. Oh, my favorite YouTuber or streamer decided to make a Halloween tier list. But one thing that I think is always interesting about these tier lists is how one candy is treated. All the rest of them usually have a normal baseline on where they're going to end up. A good example is something like M&M's. A lot of people like M&M's worldwide. So usually if someone puts it on a tier list, it's going to be pretty high. It's going to be rather S tier, A tier, somewhere around there. Another good example is something like Kit Kat, another really good candy that will usually stay around the high tiers. It is a high tier candy, but there is one that has no in-between. You either absolutely love it or you hate it with every single fiber of your human being. The split second someone brings up this candy, you are just filled with so much rage that you just have to destroy it immediately. And that is the candy corn. Now, this is a candy that I'm positive a lot of people have tried at least once. This is a worldwide candy that is sold around a lot of different countries. And one thing that all those countries have in common is that there are a lot of people out there who absolutely hate the candy corn. And any single chance they get to make fun of it or to talk about how terrible it is, they will take it. But you know what? I'm different. Why? Because I said so. And I'm actually someone who likes candy corn, which I know is something extremely normal, because I know there's a lot of people out there who like to think that there's absolutely zero people in the world who likes candy corn. No, there's a lot of people who buy this candy, but what sounds cooler? Accepting that you liking candy corn is something extremely boring and vanilla, or lying to yourself and pretending that you're in this tiny group and you have to defend the name of your favorite candy. Now, obviously, option 2. So we're going to do what every single Twitter user does and just lie to yourself. And I'm going to pretend that people barely like candy corn, and I'm going to tell you why it's absolutely amazing and why you should give it a second chance if you haven't tried it for an extremely long time. Now, the best part about candy corn easily has to be the shape. The little triangles that they try to build it in. I have absolutely no idea why they have decided to do that. Probably because they are Destiny fans and they want to please Rolk, the disciple of the witness, so they decide to make their stuff shape as a triangle. But I think it's an absolutely amazing shape, because something that I'm pretty sure that happened to a lot of people is that you eat a lot of candy corns, because usually when I eat most small candies, I'm not one of those soulless people who eat it one at a time. I'm one of those guys who get a full handful and just put it inside of my mouth. And there's a chance where if you do that with candy corns, it can actually cut inside of your mouth. But I think that's actually something extremely good, because the people want the candy corn to cut inside of your mouth so your bloodstream can get the amazing flavor send right to it. So now you can taste all the processed sugar and it can go directly to your bloodstream. So it can increase the taste experience of the candy corn. Another reason why it's absolutely amazing is the taste. It's kind of hard to describe because it tastes bad. I think that's something that a lot of people can agree with. Even people like me who like candy corn, corn, we can probably all sit down and agree that, man, candy corn tastes absolutely terrible, but I think that candy is the living definition of like good stink, or just something that is terrible, but you still like it. Because even though candy corn is really bad, it just feels so good when it's inside of your mouth. You know, you just put a bunch in there, you shove it in there, you chew it, it has a nice feeling when it's going down your throat, when it's all like globed up and stuff, and then you got like this weird, how do I describe it? It's not like this pumpkin feeling, but it's like this weird caramel feeling, also with the mix of like sugar, and then it combines together and it doesn't mix well at all, and then you swallow it, and then you're like, ah, that's why I'm eating it. Because it's good. And yeah, really, that's it. I just wanted to talk about candy corn a little bit because I felt like it. Anyway, my name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.